What's up everyone, it's Sam from 64 Wheels, back with more diecast, and today we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at the 1993 Ford Mustang Cobra R, the 2023 Hot Wheels Redline Club exclusive membership car. So this comes with a car, a badge, and a patch. I'm really excited to open this one because this will be the first one of these I have loose, so let's get into it. Alright, the 1993 Ford Mustang Cobra R. So this is the third time Hot Wheels has released this casting since it debuted in 2022. Its first release was the convention car. It was in teal, but it came with these nice modern 5-spoke wheels, which I think look excellent on the car. That release was limited to 4,000 because it was a convention car. The next release was this one. This was through the Creations.Mattel, the typical like RLC style release. It was a made-to-order car. I don't believe they ever said the production numbers, as these aren't numbered like the dinner cars are, but these took a long time to get because they were made-to-order. I think it took like the larger part of a year to get these. So I got this car late last year, I believe, or mid last year. It looks good. I haven't opened it yet just because I think the packaging and everything looks good, but I do want to open one of these. So this is the third release. This is the, I think it's what is a Spectre Flame Black. Let's see. It is, let me see, True Black Spectre Flame. So I thought this car looked good. I have multiple RLC memberships, so I like renewed a few at a time and then bought multiple cars. And before you get at me for buying so many, know that I'm filming this almost 2 weeks after the membership period opened, and this car is still available on creations.mattel.com right now because they made an absolute ton of these. So these are a good moneymaker for Mattel because they are just the club cars. They can make as many as they want. They don't put production numbers on the club like the membership cars ever. I don't think they have. At least not in modern times recently. So I was lucky enough to get a couple of these. And since I've been talking about the RLC quality recently, I wanted to take a sample size of 4 cars here and look at each packaging, the cars, and look at them so you can see on video kind of my process of picking a car to open and why some of them might look worse than others. So full transparency. I like to show a little bit of each brand. So I really like Hot Wheels. I love this car. I'm not a huge Mustang fan, but I think this is the best version of this car. Here we'll even compare when we open it, but this is the Fast and the Furious, the modern, or not the modern, the premium, I'm sorry, Fox Body Mustang. It's a 92 while this is a 93, but just in general, I have always thought this car had too big and like shortened of a rear end. I just think it looks goofy, where this one I don't think it does. So even over the premium, they having to me they've increased the realisticness, or I don't know what the realism of this car. So I'm really pumped to open this one. So the membership cars come with the old school Hot Wheels pin or button like that with the card art on it. It does not have the membership or like a limited edition sticker or anything like that, but it does come with this Redline Club patch. So I know someone that I'm friends with locally, they got one of these cars just for the patch, and theirs didn't come with the patch. So they were really bummed about it. But all 4 of mine came with the patch and the button. So my process of opening a car, so when I get multiple RLC cars or multiple cars in general, I look at them, I look at the package, and then I look at the car. So when I look at these, I go, okay, how's the corners? This one has a little bit of a mark on it. That one has a little bit of a mark on it too. The top of the card looks okay. That scratch is on the actual plastic. The car itself looks pretty good. There's no glaring tampo issues that I see through it. So that might be a good candidate to keep in the package. Next up, the same thing. I look at the corners, the top, no glaring issues with the card in general. I look at the car, no big issues there. The third brake light right there does have a little bit of overpaint. There you can kind of see it's out of whack. So that one might be a good candidate to open if none of the other ones, if none of the other cards are worse, I'm sorry. So this one, the card looks good too. I don't see any glaring issues with that one. And then you look at the car itself, and I don't see any issues with the tampos on that one. So this one I already know is probably going to be my opener because this is how it came from the RLC, which I really do not like because if you watched my video, I did like a reel or short or whatever it was, the the membership car from last year, the blue Skyline, it was found at like an overstock store, and almost all the cards were like this. So that means that's a pretty common problem within the RLC is the packaging. But this corner looks good, but this one kind of got mangled when it was put in the package. So this would be a good candidate to open. So then when I look at the top of the card, it looks okay. The corner up here looks a little softer. It looks like a little bent, as you can see there. So this is definitely the one I'm gonna open because it has the worst card. So when I look at it though, I say, okay, is there any glaring issues with the tampos? Not that I can see. It looks pretty good. So this is a good one to open. So let's go ahead and open it. So here you can see there's a little scratch, like watch when you do this, it's actually like, there it is. You can kind of see it's not on the card. Or actually, is it on the card? Oh, it is on the card. I thought it was just on the plastic. That's a bummer. Because the card is really scratched. Because I thought I saw that. So that must be on the actual card. Is it on the card? No, see, that one's just on the plastic. Let's see. That one's pretty rough too. Let's see. Oh no, that is on the card too. Wow. That's bad. Okay. So this one also has a little bit like of an issue with the card foil. So that's kind of a bummer. Oh, and now I got to get that patch. Oh, I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so I'm going to set this one over here for right now because I don't want to mess it up while I'm filming. Okay, so this one, let's take a look at it. Take a look at it now that's out of the package. There you can see the corner was bent before I got it. The card has some kind of, I don't know, they're like scratches or something. I don't know what they are. But it kind of looks, it's kind of a bummer. And then the card itself kind of got smushed in the corner there. So, all right, but I do appreciate the double window packaging on this because I like that you can see almost the whole card without taking it off the card. Yeah, that's a bummer. Man, this one had some really bad luck. So, okay, well, let's look at the back real quick. If you want to pause it and read the whole thing. So it has true black Spectraflame paint highlighted by matte black and red line accents. Real Rider 6-spoke mags and silver VUM finish. VUM. I'm not sure what that is. I'll put it on the screen if I can look it up easily. Round out the sought after Dominator. Whoop. Okay. Nice. Let's go ahead and open it. Whoop. I'll try to open it nice, but I mean, the card is kind of already jacked, so. Nice, look at that. Looks good, okay. Sweet. Paint looks okay. That looks mean. That looks pretty good. I like the shape. I think the back looks more realistic than that green one over there. We'll compare them here in a second. So the top half of the car is like that true black Spectraflame, and then the bottom is the flat or the matte black, and then the red line is going down the car, which is cool because a lot of at least GT Mustangs had the two-tone where it had like a gray bottom and a teal top or red top or something like that. So that's kind of cool. Nice license plate. What is going on there? I don't know what is wrong with that license plate. Oh, man. Okay, so now that I'm looking at this, I did not see that through the packaging, but it looks like, hang on, I'm going to take a little, what is that junk? It's where the tampo, so this is almost like a plastic water slide decal. Like that's how the tampo is. It's actually plastic, like it's a piece of plastic. It's almost like a water slide decal, and then the decal didn't set. Man, and I thought this one didn't have anything wrong with it. Hang on, let me take a look at it. Let's look at this one real quick just to see if that one has it too. I don't know, I couldn't see that through the packaging though. That one actually looks like it might have it too. Like right there you can see like the rippling. I don't know. Does the red one have that? I don't think, let's see, let's open this red one up real quick and look at it a little closer. It might a little, but it definitely looks better than this one. Like that looks pretty bad. Let's take a look at another one. Okay, you're seeing in real time how my decision making goes. Oh, that one has it too. It's hard to see through the plastic. Oh man, and that one has like a chunk out of the rear bumper right there. Man, that's not good. Oh, that sucks. Okay, let's look at the fourth one. Damn, that one has it too. Man, that's a bummer. Boo. Well, we looked at 4 different ones, and I guess most of them do have this issue. So that's kind of a bummer. That looks like trash too. Like the little paint bubble in the third brake light doesn't, I mean, that kind of stuff happens, but that license plate is unacceptable. Boo, trash, it's trash. That tampo's trash, but the taillight tampos look awesome though. Oh. Man, what is that too? Oh, my bad. Look at that. Taking a look. Man, I'm not too pleased with this. The casting is dope though. Those headlights look great. They're a little off center though. So there's a little chip out of the paint right there in the back. It looks like a little bit of the matte came off somewhere. But it doesn't look like it's anything I did with my finger. It looks like it was there from the factory. The tampos, the Mustang tampos on the back could have been done a lot better. That one's decent. That one is just, I mean, it's nothing. It's absolute trash right there. So that kind of sucks. I don't know what those little like scratches are down the side. Got a nice detailed base. Got painted exhaust, which is cool. Got a little bit of a chip out of the paint. I'm sorry, I'm just going over this so you can see like an actual true unboxing of a car. How I picked it out. Oh, man, that sucks. Okay, so the Ford logo on the back looks okay. I really like the taillights. I don't like the license plate, obviously, because it looks like, I mean, the tampo is just terrible. It's not good at all. I don't know. I believe, is this spoiler metal? Spoiler is metal, it looks like. But it's it looks like a 2-piece. It looks like it's cast into the body, like it's not cast into the body. I feel like it's a 2-piece spoiler, which is cool if it is. Definitely feels, it looks like it is. So then in the trunk, it actually looks like there's some things in the trunk. I don't know, it's kind of a little hard to see. Okay, I guess there's not. The interior on these, the interior looks better, but no detailing at all. It's just plastic. The steering wheel looks a lot better than what did I unbox the other day? That I was like, I'm like, it deserved a better, better than just the flat steering wheel. I can't remember what car that was, but this one actually has the correct Ford steering wheel in it that a Fox body came with. It's got a decent console. The interior almost looks like it's 3D printed, like that, like resin style 3D printed plastic. It's not super detailed. Does the hood open on this? I think it does. Let's see. I don't want to scratch it. Come on. Here it goes. Okay. So the hood edges look good. The engine detail is decent. The Cobra on top of the motor definitely looks better than the Mustang on the side of the windows. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the intake, it's got various like reservoirs and things, painted silver. The rest of it's flat black. The engine bay is actually okay. It's got some nice detail on it. The hood opens kind of nicely. There's no scratches on it, so it wasn't super hard to get open, and it fits pretty well compared to at least like this side. It's a little close, and that side it's not very close at all. So it doesn't fit super great, but you can't tell. I mean, this is, you gotta kind of give them a little leeway on that. It's much better than the fitment on the Lamborghini, and maybe that's what it was the other day. Hang on, let me see. I think that was the one that I had the problem with the steering wheel. Yeah, the steering wheel there, look how bad that looks. Like it's just a flat piece of plastic that has really horrible paint on it. At least this one, they have upgraded it and it has spaces in it and it looks like the steering wheel. So that's a big win for the interior on this, even though there's very little detail. There's no detail on it at all, like a tampo detail. But I like this casting so far. Got a little scratch in the paint there. The color is cool. So, okay. So let's compare it to the premium version. You can see how much better scaled this one is per size. I know this one is supposed to look like a little bit more hot rodded, but I definitely like, look how much wider and taller it is than the Cobra R. Like they just did a much better job on the Cobra R in general in terms of scale and realism like that. Like this looks horrible. This one on the right, I've never been a fan of this one. I just had to buy it because it was the Fast and the Furious one. But this one looks so much more realistic. I think the profile looks better on the Cobra R. The fronts aren't too much different, but the points definitely go to the Cobra R in quality and just in the look in general. I don't think this one looks a little basic. And it's, to me, it's a little, it just looks bulky. The car is not bulky by any means in real life. This one looks bulky. This one looks more realistic. It looks more nimble. It looks a little leaner. It just is a better overall casting than any of the ones they've previously released. So despite the paint errors and such, this is a very nice car. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it. It doesn't roll bad. It really doesn't. So these aren't meant to play at all. These are adult collectible items. These are meant to sit on your shelf for display or to be rolled on like a mouse pad mat like Lamely Group sells or somebody else, Dream Mats, Dream Customs. But the car is okay. Now I'm definitely going to take points off. Like if this was the only one I got and it had the crunch corner, I'd be really pissed about that. But the patch, it does come with the patch, which is cool. I've never tried to iron these on anywhere. It does seem to be a little cheap. I don't know. It's a cheap patch. And then here is the metal button that has a little tab on the back, just like they did in the red line era. So that's cool. I appreciate that they do include these two things as well. So on the car, as a release, this score is pretty high for me. I think it's a very nice car. It has nice detailing. The interior has better detailing than some of the even more premium castings like the Lamborghini. I think it looks better than the stock one. The paint color on it, the choice is good. The only thing I would check on yours if you're going to open one is if the license plate looks bad like that, because it's really hard to see through the plastic because like there's two layers of plastic. So you have this layer and then you have the actual layer of the bubble. So it's really hard to tell that was there, because I mean, in like there you can hardly see it, but then when you take it on like that, it just looks bad. So, but the casting is great. That doesn't really stop me from buying more of this car. I just hope that they get that issue corrected in the meantime, because the rest of the car looks pretty good. That Mustang is terrible. I do think they need to step up their tampo game, especially on a car that is this expensive. And if this is the membership car, if this is introducing you to the line, it needs to still be as high as quality as possible. Just in general, because you don't want to come to expect subpar quality right off the bat. But the moving part fits good. The engine is nicely detailed. It's a pretty good release. So hopefully you got this or were able to buy it. And depending on how quickly you watch this video, you might still be able to go buy it online. Creations.mattel.com is where it's at. So not bad. Overall, I like it. I just wish it didn't have some of the quality control details. Do I think it's worth $20 or $25? No, I do not. Because just for this instance, just because the casting is better, they have, I don't want to say the same detailing, but the detailing is a little better. But these wheels are the same wheels you can get on any $6 premium. The paint, I don't care about Spectraflame. I'd rather have it a more realistic color. The tampos do look better on this one. The interior looks better on the premium for sure. But do I think a couple of those details add $20 to the price? Now, the opening part in the detailed engine, that does add a few dollars. I think this is a $10 to $15 car, maybe, on a good day, but I don't think it's a $20 to $25 car by any means. So, especially at the rate and how many Hot Wheels sells, they should be able to drop the price on these a little because they're bulk producing these. It's not like a mini GT that only produces a car for a little bit in a certain colorway, then they never do it again. They produce the crap out of these cars. Like, this is what they've probably made anywhere from 30 to 50,000 of these membership cars, and they're just gonna, I mean, if not even more than that. So they should be able to sell them for a little bit cheaper, I'd like to think. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you bought it, if yours has the issue, if you've opened it, any paint issues or whatever, because I like keeping a tally of how many people comment. Because a lot of people commented and said their Lambo was okay, but then a few people did comment and was like, yeah, my doors don't shut. I got a lot of comments on the Dodge tradesmen on the various social media that their doors didn't shut quite proper either. But this hood looks good. This moving part looks good. This casting looks good. I'm impressed with it. So trash tampos, but the casting is nice. So let me know what you think in the comments. This has been the 1993 Ford Mustang Cobra R 2023 Hot Wheels RLC membership car. It is not numbered, so you can possibly go buy it right now. I will leave a link in the down in the description to all my other RLC unboxings that I've done, like this Lamborghini. I've done the RWB Porsche. I've done a whole bunch of them. So definitely check that out. And then I'll have a list, a bunch of other diecast playlists for unboxings and stuff too in the description, along with all my social media. So I really appreciate you watching. Sam64Wheels, like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Lamely Group, Discord, and whatnot. So I will see you guys in the next one, and take care.